Hello everyone, Donald Productions here. I know it's been a very long time since you've heard me say that, and I can't believe that it's been, I don't even know how long since I've said those words, but I'm glad to be back. Ever since I decided to return a couple weeks ago, I've ordered a couple new items, and so I thought that it would be great to do a video showcasing the recent items that I've gotten. As well as unbox the box in the background right there. So first up, I forgot these were right behind me, but the first recent addition to my collection were these 3 Orbrium brand coaches. Now these coaches are really nice. You can get them on Amazon for 10 to somewhere between 10 and 12 bucks for 3 of them. So they're really nice coaches. They're perfect for like express trains and all that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking about doing some sort of custom with these. I think I'm gonna order another set. It comes in a set of 3. I think I'm gonna order another set and make Boko and Daisy customs, and then making a male coach custom with it, because I've seen people do that with those, and I think that'd be a great idea. The next item that I got was actually, we'll just talk about this first, a old style breakdown train. So 2003 breakdown train. It's the goldish green colored one. It didn't come with the front flatbed, unfortunately, but it did come with the magnet, which is nice because a lot of times when you're ordering these secondhand, they'll come without the magnet or without the string and all that stuff. So nice to have it. Now the next item is very dear and special to my heart because I've had the one piece, specifically one piece for my collection. This piece has been a part of my collection since I started collecting Thomas Wooden Railway back when I was a very young child, maybe 2 or 3 years old. For context, my first ever Thomas Wooden Railway trains came from a lot at a garage sale. The people that lived across the street from us were selling their wooden railway trains, and that's where I got my first wooden trains. So that's where I got a lot of the stuff that I have now. But I've had this piece in particular in my collection since that moment, to my knowledge, and I've never really been able to use it. I mean, I've used this side as buffers. I've also used it as a ramp to launch off engines and whatnot, but for the longest time I had no idea what this went to. And it wasn't until a couple years ago, when I started my channel actually, that I realized what this piece went to. And it went to the Abbey repair shed, an item that I've never had, but I've had this piece this whole time. I think it's crazy. So I found a seller on eBay that was selling this for about 20 bucks including shipping, without this piece. So it's perfect because I'm finally able to use this piece and finally have the destination this goes to. And that also means that in my series, I will finally have a works. I'll finally have a works in my layouts. This item is very nice. It's got, the casual wear and tear and paint chipped off and all that. But to be honest, for 20 bucks, this is not in that bad condition. All the buttons work, the paint works, the lift works as well. So this item is perfect, and I am very excited to add it to my collection. So we'll move that aside, and we'll go to the next thing. So the next thing that I got was something that I won in a bid. Now, I also won the breakdown crane in a bid, but the other big bid I won was this. So it's 2 Sodor Bay bridges, which I didn't have. So very nice additions. They're very nice bridges. They're perfect for layouts and all that jazz. So these are really nice items to have. Came with 2 ascending tracks, except for some reason this one is road, and that's where some problems can arise when you're ordering lots off of eBay. A lot of times the sellers don't fully understand what they're selling. And that's where you get situations like this where, yes, you did get a track ascending piece, but then you also got a road one, and it kind of makes this awkward situation where I don't really have any other road pieces aside from a couple straightaways that are one side road and the other side track. So with that in mind, I only have one of these, which means that I can't really do much with this. But it's a nice piece to have. I can finally start adding road to my layouts. So to summarize what we've done so far, we've done 2 sorter bay bridges, breakdown crane, Orbrium coaches, and last but not least, the Abbey repair shed. So these are all really nice items, but what I'm excited about is this giant box right here. So for context, the reason why I ended up getting this bid was because last second I lost a bid on the old style Knapford station for a really good price. I had the leading bid for nearly 7 hours, and I stayed up that night till like 12:30 in the morning to make sure that I won. And with 1 second left, someone somehow outbid me. I had my highest bid listed, and apparently he made his way up to whatever it was my highest bid was at and got it. So in my sadness, I won this bid, and I won this bid, which is a huge box of stuff. Now I'm gonna start opening this and pulling out pieces. And I didn't notice this at first, but all of the pieces that are given, more specifically the track and destinations, actually make up an old set from the early 2000s. Now, if I can get this box open, that would be great. Now, this box has been sitting in my room for 2 days. I waited a week for it to arrive, and it came 2 days ago, but I haven't had a chance to film this unboxing. But I've been so excited to get this item. So let's just see what comes first. Now, this is a set and then some additional items that came with it. So the first thing that I'm pulling out of here is the Hilltop Station. Now, you're probably already figuring out what set this is if you're very familiar with the wooden railway line. But let me adjust the camera a little bit just so I can get more in shot. First item is the Hilltop Station. This is in really good condition. And just so y'all know, I got this lot for $55, including shipping. So this is a steal, honestly. And I calculated the value of all the items in the set, and just the engines and rolling stock that came in the set are valued. And this is looking at the lowest listed eBay price, is over $110. So I got a steal on this, which is why I love bids. But next item is the other part of Hilltop Station. So we've got a road going through the bottom. We've got road up here. And then we've got rails up here. And as you can see, there is marker on the tracks. And that's probably why the lister had this item listed so low from the beginning. But honestly, I don't care. Just because of how rare this item is and how excited I was when I realized that this is literally a Thomas Wooden Railway set that I got. And if you haven't figured out what set it is yet, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. It is the Let's Have a Race set from the early 2000s. I can't remember the exact date. Now, the rest of the items in the lot came in this giant bag. So I'm just going to start pulling stuff out, and I'll talk about it as I go. First up is Birdie. Now, I already have a Birdie, but it's the 2001 version. I believe this is the 2003 version. Yeah, 2003 version. It's actually in really good condition. I'm surprised. So now I have another Birdie in really good condition. Always excited to have another good piece of Thomas Wooden Railway merchandise. Next up is this windmill, which is pretty bent, actually. So it doesn't spin well because the It's bent a little bit, but I think that's just because of the way it was packaged. Yeah, see, now it's fine. So now we have a windmill to put on the layout, which will be a nice set piece. So we'll just set this back here. The next item, ooh, all right. Next item is a stone bridge. I'm sorry, not a stone bridge, a stone tunnel. I don't know why I said bridge. Probably because we were talking about the Sodor Bay bridges earlier. But this is a very nice piece, and it'll be great for layouts as well. So always looking for good pieces like that for destinations. Next item I'm pulling out. Now, oh, wow. This item is in way worse condition than it looked in the listing, but we have Hector. Hector is an item that I have wanted for a long time. He is a great piece of rolling stock, and I'm always looking for more rolling stock to add to my collection. So even though he's not in the greatest condition, he's a nice piece to have, and I'm excited to start using him in videos. So there's Hector. Next up, we have a crossing, which is missing a piece. I don't know if that's in here or not, but if not, I can make some adjustments and make it so that it'll still connect to track. But it also doesn't come with the gates. It's missing the gates, but that's also okay. The gates aren't really necessary. So all I need to do is find something to put there, which shouldn't be that difficult. So yeah, we've got a road and track crossing. I don't know why my camera keeps going out of focus. Next, we have an arched viaduct, which has some marker on it. Stop going out of focus, camera, come on. And it's also missing the attachment joint. But just like the other one, I can just make a couple adjustments and fix that. So I didn't realize this, but it actually comes with this thing that you pull out to hold the track. So that's really nice. So 2 pieces of track that are broken but are easily fixable, especially since there isn't anything stuck in that hole. It'll be a lot easier to do everything. Next up, oh my goodness, this is so cool. So from 2003, we have the Busy as a Bee James, and look at that face. I mean, look at that face. This is back when they didn't bother to give you the same exact face for every single variant. They made custom faces for these variants, and wow. So Busy as a Bee James, looking very splendid. Next up, for some reason, we got another James. This is James with team colors. Stop going out of focus, camera. Come on. There we go. James with team colors. And once again, wow, he actually has his eyebrows. I don't think this one does. Oh, no, he actually does. Nice. So, James with team colors. He's got scarves all over him with green and white. Great condition item. Always nice to have another James in the collection. He's one of my favorite characters, mainly because his theme is so good. Next up, we finally have a Sir Topham Hatt figurine. So now I finally have a Sir Topham Hatt figurine to use in my series, but I might stick with Legos just because they're scaled a bit better for Wooden Railway. He fell over, but whatever. Oh, wow. All right, the next thing I pulled out were Annie and Clarabelle, which did come in the Let's Have a Race set with Birdie and Thomas. Unfortunately, Thomas isn't in this lot for some reason, but that's okay. I have 3 Thomases. It looks like Clarabelle has a little bit of blue marker or paint on her, but that's all right. They're in very great condition. They're in better condition than my Annie and Clarabelle, because my Annie has paint chipping off of both sides. So nice to have these 2. I'll definitely be using these in my series as well. It's always nice to have more rolling stock. Then we've got 2 blocks, which, you know, obviously are for setting up bridges. So always nice to have these, especially the Thomas branded ones, just because they're thicker, so tracks stay on a little bit better. And another thing that old styled wooden railway did really well was including trees and other things to the layout. So nowadays they don't really especially with the newer Fisher Price and Mattel era, they didn't really add additional items like the windmill and the trees, and then actually this tree as well, this red tree. They didn't add any additional accessories to their sets, and it made it kind of boring. We also got this random pedestrian. I don't know what that's to. It must be to some Brio set. I'm gonna dump out this bag because if I remember correctly, that is all for the engines and destinations. The rest of this set is just track. So we've got some ascending pieces, and like I said before, there's gonna be some marker on it, but only on one side, so that's nice. And yeah, we got a bunch of straightaway pieces, and finally some curved road track, so I can use that in my layouts, and 2 more ascending pieces with road. So now I have 3. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with 3, but I don't know. So I'm actually going to assemble this set real quick just so I can review it. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. All right, so after a little bit of assembly, the set is finally assembled, and I'm not gonna lie, this is actually a really solid set. I mean, you get a good amount of both track and road pieces. So if you want to expand your road layouts and also your track layouts, you get a lot of good pieces. You get a lot of straightaways, you get a nice amount of curves, but not only that, but you also get a plentiful amount of destinations. You have the bridge tunnel piece, and then you also have the hilltop station, the stone tunnel, the windmill, and the crossover piece. And not only that, but you also get Birdie, and Clarabelle, and Thomas, which unfortunately wasn't included in this lot, but that's okay. So yeah, I mean, this is a really nice set. I'm loving how it looks. And yeah, so that's going to do it for today's unboxing and review. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see y'all in the next video, which will hopefully come out soon once I can start recording episodes again. Thank you so much for watching. This is Donald Productions signing off.